scammed me behind my back. And honestly, I just had an epiphany about it because I'm like, bro, I've covered, not even covered about it. I was just so sad about it for so long. I was so, I've been up over that pedo like 2 years, bro. And I haven't said nothing about it.
Now, for those of you who are probably...
He hid this for 2 years? What? All right, y'all, man. We finally know why everyone is leaving FaZe video by Omeezy. Let's get into it, man. Is this the cryptic reason why Max left FaZe? I don't know. Let's see.
Don't care who you are. Don't care if it's my own brother, bro. You're my brother. I'm snitching. I'm sorry. But like, that's just wrong. And brother, everything I say on my mother's heartbeat, everything I'm saying is true. And I just genuinely hope he can confess to it. This dude looks me in my eyes and says, bro, I'm not going to lie. I had a threesome with 2 16-year-olds. I'm like, bro, what? Like, how could you tell me that?
We're all face, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17.
And I don't know what to do or what to say at this point, but all I can say is, I mean, if it hasn't been said enough already on this call, stay away from underage girls, boys and girls. We have a lot of young men watching the stream right now. It's clearly and obviously not worth it. We're talking about a...
Why does he have to say the statement? It's clearly not worth it. Obviously, it's not worth it. It's never. Why would it even be worth it, bro? Like, oh man, I don't like, bro. If you're watching this right now, obviously, do not talk to women that aren't in your age bracket. If you are 18 talking to a fucking 15, 16-year-old, you are a goddamn weirdo. Or any lower age that fucking weirdo, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, if you fucking 30-something talking to an 18-year-old, I ain't gonna lie. I know it's like, oh yeah, they're a legal adult, but that's still weird in my eyes. I ain't gonna lie.
company and a brotherhood that was built over the course of how long, Rain? 15 years, more or less, right? And it's clearly coming to an end, you know?
If you thought FaZe was coming apart as it seems before, then man, oh man, this takes the cake. Yesterday, a member of the original FaZe group, FaZe Rain, came to social media with some shocking news that a lot of people weren't expecting. It was totally out of the blue, out of the random, but at this specific time in the state that FaZe is in right now, where Banks is off the internet, Max just left for some very cryptic reasons. To be quite honest with you, this is the last thing that they needed, but the world needed to hear the fact that one of the members in the FaZe clan was having sexual relations with somebody who was a child, underage.
I want to put everything to do with me and FaZe to rest, bro, because there is so much I haven't said. And honestly, at this point, bro, I don't give a f. I think I'm going to collect my thoughts tomorrow and I'm going to say everything, bro. Every single thing that I know. And I'm going to collect my thoughts because I have an eidetic memory, so I remember everything and anything. Not only did you guys air me out, y'all mother sold me out, y'all scammed me behind my back. And honestly, I just had an epiphany about it because I'm like, bro, I've covered, not even covered about it. I was just so sad about it for so long. I was so, I've been up over that pedo like 2 years, bro. And I haven't said nothing about it.
Now, for those of you who are probably...
He hid this shit for 2 fucking years? What? 2 years? And you ain't think to tell somebody? Like, what? I ain't gonna lie. Homies, you know, my brothers, all that, bro. If there was ever a situation where that came up, bro, niggas is instantly saying something. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all might be like, yo, bro, why you snitching on your bro? If one of my bros is having relations with someone who's underage, nigga, I'm outing that motherfucker. What? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. And then I'm never talking to that motherfucker again. Like, ever. Like that whole, like, hiding it for 2 years. How did he even talk to them after that? I couldn't even face my mans if he did some shit like that. Like, come on, bruh.
Looking at the screen, questionable. That is FaZe Rain, somebody who is a part of what the new age era calls the old phase. This isn't about, you know, Silky. This isn't about Ron. This isn't about Max, Rage, Lacey. This isn't about Jason. This isn't about any of those new guys. But it's about the old phase, the entire organization, and seemingly some secrets behind dealing with some children. Now, there were a lot of other things mentioned because that old phase generation, I've been noticing there's been a little bit of bitterness in the water, and some of them have spoken out since, but this is now just FaZe Rain's turn to kind of give his take and his opinion on this brotherhood that was established between these guys and what has happened since, you know, him distancing himself, since the changes, etc., etc. And honestly, it doesn't look the best. A video back in 2022 started some of his earlier grievances with the company and the brand itself.
This is a decade-long problem, man, with a lot of legal shit around it. So now it's turned into multiple problems. It's not just the initial problem I had in the beginning. It's a lot deeper than that. And yes, I'm gonna say this now because they're probably gonna try to say, well, he's only doing this because we owe him money and he's mad. They do owe me money, yes, and they haven't taken care of me, yes, and the money that I bought the Counter-Strike team for, it took them 6 years to pay me back, yes, I never got a $1 or brand deal, yes, that's all to me. They're gonna say that, and that is a frustration of mine, but I obviously held that in for years. I held that frustration in for years, and it was never the reason that I was gonna do this or speak publicly, because if they just owed me money, I would have handled it a different way. This is a lot deeper than that, and a lot of my brothers don't see the actual issue here. They are being taken advantage of.
But there's two things I took away from that in the research of this video is that one, this group things, there was a big brand buyout from FaZe. There was a lot of stuff going on legally. So I can understand how, you know, there might be some frustrations there. That stuff has already been squashed for the most part. You know, I know that there's still some people who are jaded about the situation, but nonetheless, that's not my business. But two, and most importantly, which leads us to this conversation today, is that he's still holding some stuff in. There's still some things that he's not 100% spilling the beans on, which leads us to these pedo allegations.
I wasn't even pushed out. I left. There's a fucking involved too, bro. I don't give a fuck if I get sued. I could give a fuck less. I always stand up for what's right. That was the final straw, bro.
How do you always stand up for what's right, but you hid what was going on until now? Are we serious? Yeah, nah, yeah. Hiding it for 2 years? Yeah, nah, you're Rain, come on, bruh. Come on, bro.
If it's in your heart, brother, speak it. It's gonna come out eventually. Now, the only issue that I do have with what he said is not by saying the initial name in the beginning. There's a specific reason why, and I'll get to that in a minute. But if there is somebody who is out there touching and messing with kids, let the world know so we can shun them, so we can have the proper opinion on them, so we can understand who we're dealing with in real time. The reason why I did not like the fact that he kind of left it up to open air interpretation, it was because, one, there are a lot of members in FaZe. My first thought was, who could this be? I went down the timeline, somebody threw out the name like Bronny James, and I was like, what? But then I had to realize Bronny is also a kid, so it definitely couldn't have been Bronny. But nonetheless, I also knew that a lot of people would be very, very mean in this conversation. There's two people in particular that I knew would probably get the brunt of this, and that is Max, because he just left, and then also Banks, because he is somebody who the internet feels very much up in the air about, especially after leaving the internet after seemingly scamming Aiden Ross and some.
Yeah, he was scamming hella people. I ain't gonna lie. When I heard FaZe pedo allegations, first person I did low-key think of was Banks, but I was like, would Banks really do that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The person who they actually said did this was completely surprising. I ain't gonna lie.
Other people out of some cryptocurrency. I knew that they would get unfair treatment in this conversation, so I am glad that Banks came out and actually cleared this up, because this is a serious allegation. Even if people feel like I should feel some sort of way about Banks, even if you feel some sort of way about Banks, yeah, he might have scammed some people. He does not need pedo allegations. That's crazy.
First thing I'm gonna say in this video is I'm not a Rain is not talking about me. There, I got it out. But yeah, I'm getting fucking spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter, asking if I'm being accused that I'm a being tagged in this clip from FaZe Rain on Fearbuck. The first thing that needs to be addressed is obviously this shit. It's a very heavy accusation. It's a life-shattering, life-altering accusation. That's why this is the first time that I'm speaking about it. I have to speak about it now. Norton, pause. You're saying that FaZe Temper is a which that is who he's talking about in the clip. I'm like, whoa, that's Tommy. That's our brother. This is who we started this FaZe shit with.
Oh yeah, bro. It's fucking FaZe Temper. I forgot who the name was for a second, but I remember the face, bro. They said it was FaZe Temper, bro. Damn. Used to watch that nigga. Fuck.
I'm calling him. That was the first thing I said. I'm calling him and I'm calling Apex because apparently this is something Apex is aware of as well. Norton and Tommy.
Apex was aware of it too and didn't speak on it?
On the team.
Oh, come on,
obviously,
bro.
if Norton's going to talk to anybody about anything and be transparent, it's Apex. Tommy's first initial knee-jerk reaction to all this shit was, what the fuck are you talking about? Norton, no, this is not what the conversation was like. You're misremembering, you're misinterpreting. Obviously, Rain is coming back, standing firm.
Banks goes on to pretty much say that after Rain tells him that Temper is this pedo, he then patches in Apex and Temper into the phone call in which Temper refuses to acknowledge these accusations, says that, hey, you're misremembering these things, Rain, etc., and they go back and forth. But hearing from Rain, the person who's calling out this pedo in this situation, it seems that he has a pretty vivid memory as to what happened.
Tommy said this verbatim. He said it wasn't a threesome with two 16-year-olds. Actually, it was a 17-year-old. So all of a sudden now it's
That don't
17.
make it better.
One was 17 and the other one watched. That's what he said. And then he started bringing up all these random laws. I don't even know, these weird consent laws, like Romeo and Juliet, this, yada, I don't fucking know. And even Banks calls me after and he's like, bro, what the fuck is like up with that law shit that he brought up? So he knows he did some shit that was wrong. He knows that. It's just, I don't like the denying of it. And I feel like in this video, you're trying to paint me like I'm lying and making shit up and just saying shit to say shit when you know that's not the truth, bro.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard that. That's some weird stuff. But a lot of the FaZe group is weird. People were digging up Temper's tweets from 2012. Mind you, he was born in 93. That kind of validates some of these claims in the court of public opinion. I don't know. It's extremely, extremely nasty.
Odd, but I gotta be honest with you.
Kid, you hang out with 16-year-old girls. Stop acting like a hard ass, you fucking pedophile. Mind your own business. What if I like being a... What? He said that? Yo, oh my God. I know people are going to look at this date and be like, oh, bro, it was 2012, bro. You could say edgy stuff like that back then. No, that doesn't matter, bro. This dude is weird. He's nasty. Get him out of here. Now. Like, what?
I think it's just like this happened. This like, dude, because I don't know the specifics of anything.
Now, there are wild accusations being thrown around the internet. And the beautiful thing about the internet, and I say this oftentimes, is that most of the time, the other person exists on the internet. So we don't have to wait too long to hear Temper give his actual opinions on this or what he's saying. And of course, it's filled with deflections and denial. And not that I'm saying that I've picked a side. I just think that it's very interesting as to how he says a bunch of stuff. And that bunch of stuff has nothing to do with the situation. His first video specifically.
The fact that I'm even having to respond to this and to that my name is in the same breath as the word is so sick, twisted, and insane. This is disgusting. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not that type of person. I am the furthest thing from what you called me. We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17.
How could you go from denying to admitting all in the same breath? And look, the devil is in the details, because the way that Tommy or Temper or whatever his name is goes on to give 3 extra minutes of just story time about how he's a father, he proposed to his girl, etc., etc., lets me know that
he's explaining himself down a pipeline, bruh. He's explaining himself down a pipeline, bruh. If he didn't explain himself and just said nothing, stuff would have gone a little bit better for him. But now that he's over-explaining, bro, you look hella guilty, bruh. Explaining yourself gets you goddamn nowhere, bruh.
He did do these things, and he's not owning up to and admitting. But also, there's some things that are important that he left out that don't line up with even Banks' story, like Banks and Rain's story, which I find to be very, very interesting.
I'm going to say about the Tommy situation because he made a video confirming it, but the details did get switched a little bit because originally it was 2 16-year-olds and it was a 17-year-old and one was watching, and now a 17-year-old and he didn't know her age. If you didn't know her age and you said that to us at least once, we wouldn't be here, bro. I would not have treated it the same way if you said you didn't know, because that changes everything. But you never said that, not once. Literally not fucking once. This is news to me that you didn't know.
Another one bites the dust. Now, I want to be clear. This doesn't affect FaZe as a whole, and I'm not making some sweeping indictment on them. How this does affect the bigger group and the name and stuff like that going forward is, you know, up to the internet's interpretation.
I ain't gonna lie. If stuff comes out more and shit gets proven, bro, I won't be surprised if the new FaZe starts dropping like flies and leaving. I won't be surprised if Silky leaves, if Rage leaves, if Lacey leaves, if Jason leaves, if Ronaldo leaves, if fucking damn, I forgot that nigga name, bro. The nigga that be making beats, bro. Would be surprised if he leaves either, bro. Like, yeah,
These
bro.
are two dudes who have distanced themselves from the group, at least the new version of the group, publicly for a long time. I just think that it's so strange that we exist on the internet with all these people who have been touching and doing stuff to kids. Like, it's been a long time, which kudos to the fact that it's been a long time, because I remember we were going through a stretch of videos on this
I ain't gonna lie,
channel
the
calling out
2023 arc
preds.
of
You know,
motherfuckers
I'm
just
talking
talking to
people like
children,
Dr.
it ain't
Disrespect
work.
and the others that were dealing with children.
Bro, speaking of Dr. Disrespect, that nigga is still surviving. Like, that nigga's still making money on the internet. Like, what the actual... That shit got proven. His wife ain't leave him. I'm not one to, like, put downfall on people. I'm not putting downfall on him, but what the actual hell, bro? How in the hell is he still surviving?
That were public facing on the internet, weird shit like that. But listening to Marcus King's reaction about this situation made me really think about who people should be aligning with, whether it be from a fan's perspective or from like creating content's perspective.
That's why I'm telling you, I'm never, bro, that nigga will never see me in a group, because someone else being a weirdo in their own weird time could bring you the fuck down. You don't know what these niggas be doing in their free times, y'all. Fuck no, nigga.
YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, social media as a whole has been built off this concept of like idolization, envy, worship, all these other things like that for these figures at the top. People put them on a pedestal, but at the end of the day, not only are they not just human, but they're also some of the worst people in their free time. I can think of so many people over this past.
At the end of the day, you do not know these niggas. And I said this shit in my video about streaming being cooked. And stuff like that. Go check that out. You don't know these people, bro. So don't idolize certain creators, or don't idolize any creator, bro. Because at the end of the day, you don't know who these people are, bro. These motherfuckers could turn around and be fake. These motherfuckers could turn around and be weirdos. These motherfuckers can turn around and, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, don't stop putting these creators on pedestals, bro. Because at the end of the day, they are literally human like you. They like, bro.
Past year or 2 years that I've covered on this channel, talking about the weird stuff they've done in their free time, whether it be Mr. Beast, Chris Tyson, DJ Academics, Dr. Disrespect, FaZe Temper. There's just so many people that have been outed for doing a bunch of weird shit, and it's so sad because these people are aligned with people who are ultimately innocent, but those people's names will be dragged through the mud. Now, will the internet go on and pass? For sure. The North will remember though, and it just is a message to anybody and everybody who is still out there idolizing anybody, putting people on a pedestal and just not taking them for their entertainment value. One, they're probably weird. You don't know them like that. Keep that parasocial shit in the playground. And then two, and most importantly, watch who you align with. Just watch who you align with when doing your own public endeavors, because their actions can ruin your name and your good faith and your good fortune.
Yep, and that's facts, man. Hey, at the end of the day, you don't know these people. You don't know what's going on in their life, and yeah, man. But I love y'all. I'm see y'all in the next video, man. All you motherfucking famous niggas, stop being weird. And stop getting with underage people, bro. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.